Hello everyone, welcome back to another YouTube video. Today we're gonna answer the question if Jugg can fucking spark. Pretty simple answer, maybe. I have done the Mathel build with the Aura stacker, and I've just completed getting all of my jewels socketed, and now I am missing quite a few passives. I did go ahead and drop the magmatic strikes here, as well as I think there's a critical strikes do not inherently ignite 100% damage against ignited enemies. I opted out of this because I am not a physical damage build. And then, I did the brutal restraint to get some more dex scaling. I did the auras effect, the treachery, and we're looking pretty similar across the board. I should probably not pick this up now that I'm thinking about this. Yeah, I should probably drop that. That's probably why I'm missing a passive. That makes a whole lot of sense. Because I had to drop a few and I was confused. I was like, I thought I followed the build to a T. But clearly I did not. So I'm missing a few jewels. I had to pick up spiritual aid. Because this is a really important node. Because that's how we get a lot of our damage for the Herald of the Hive. I'm running Blood Rage, the Phase Run, Tornado, and Flame Dash, as well with Spark. The only main issue that I'm running into right now is that it's not very tanky build, but I'm now going to be able to start investing into my gear because this is god awful. My amulet could be a lot better. And I do plan to make it a lot better. So, and obviously, I'm missing a. There's quite a few things I still need to do to finalize the build and be super happy with it. I also need to swap over. I think it's Unstoppable for, well, probably both of these because you're supposed to get this as well. Unyielding, and then getting the one node on one of the bloodline passive trees for aura effects or herald effect. So we'll run through a map real quick. I do feel like this build is viable. And I kind of melded the Mathel's build with some of the Inquisitor Spark builds that I've seen. And I do think that over time, as I get more and more tanky, this build is going to feel so much better. The current map strategy I'm running is just Alk and Go Heist. Oh my goodness. Not Alk and Go per se, but just trying to stack over... what is it? Stack over... What is the name of the... Stack over 70 quant, and then go from there. I'm getting a lot of my money from these altars, though. I like the Burning Ground. It's kind of annoying to deal with, but... and then I can't really buff the boss, so I'm not going to take that, because chaos damage will eat me alive. Build isn't anything too crazy right now, but I do feel like it's in a point where I could actually showcase it once I get everything ironed out, and I feel like it's actually worth showcasing fully. I'll definitely make another follow-up video. But yes, Juggernaut can indeed spark. See, this is what I'm talking about, the squishiness factor, and I don't understand why I'm so squishy. There's probably a lot of things I'm overlooking. I have 250 cold res because at some point in hopefully the near future, I'll be well. I don't know if I'll ever be swapping to a staff now that I think about it, because I don't think I'm ever gonna get enough resistance to do the annihilating light staff, and it's not like I can use a quiver with a staff, unfortunately. Now, if I could, that'd be huge. I feel like quivers would be a lot more useful. Builds would be a lot more overpowered. And a quiver like mine, I think a lot more people would be running. Especially with Widow Helm. That's how I'm kind of scaling my projectile speed. And as I get more and more jewels, it'll be a lot better. Maybe it's the physical damage that's fucking me up. Like, I can't touch every altar yet, which is kind of annoying. And this is what I don't know why my game is lagging. It never does this. But in terms of like actual build viability, I do think that it is possible to actually have a pretty decent build with Spark on Juggernaut. It's just going to cost a lot of investment. But I don't think I'll ever be able to run Annihilating Light, because I just am never going to get the resistances for it. And I can't be walking into maps like this with, you know, not overcapped resist. 250 is a little bit high, obviously, but Phantasmagoria is a favorited map for me because I feel like Spark performs pretty well on these maps. Always skip breaches because they suck. I wish breach was better, but it's just not worth the time investment. It's not like Blight where it makes sense, and even then it really doesn't. Let's see if we can't kill this boss. Probably not. Oh, it's doubled too. But, you know, this is where you start using Tornado for the single target. If there are any, like, hard rares that you come across, I would also recommend using Tornado. This Spark seems fine. My projectiles seem pretty slow. I wish they were a little bit faster, but I can't really scale projectile speed any further than I can right now without doing jewels, and I would have to level up for that, so I might do some 5 waves or something, or maybe I'll start doing breaches for XP because they are actually pretty good. But yeah, that is a map. I just wanted to give you guys a little bit of an update on what I've been doing, where the build is. I haven't been able to play as much as I feel like this build requires me to, but now I'm gonna have to check Path of Building to see if I need this node or not, because I feel like no, because like, yeah, actually I'm almost certain that's a no, because I'm a EB build. But if you're wondering what I'm running, it's Pierce, Sparkler Nova, increased critical damage, increased critical strike, returning projectiles, and faster casting. I may drop these two for something else, but I think, let's see, cast per second. Like, I would like to cast way faster, so I'm definitely going to increase this. 61 cast speed, 19% crit chance. That doesn't seem that good, but maybe once I quality this, and it might actually push us over to like closer to 25%. And I know technically speaking you want like, I would imagine 50, but because this skill is hitting so often, it's pretty nice. We are running Spark of the Nova 21 corrupted. I can't increase the quality on this, unfortunately. I would like to, but it was already kind of out of my budget because I was trying to get these jewels. Each one of these jewels is over 150 chaos, and I'm just trying to stack resistances here. That way I can eventually, these gloves are complete ass, but I'm working with what I can at the moment. This is my quiver, and I'm doubling it with the Widow Hail. It's important to note that that's how I'm getting so much cold and lightning resistance, as well as the projectile speed. Something like this was really valuable. I'm using it more as a stat stick than I am like actually trying to increase projectiles or whatever. The increased damage with bow skills is a completely useless modifier, and the armor and evasion rating just I figured would help. The unfortunate part is that this amulet was really good, but the reduced armor and evasion is really fucking me over. So I'm definitely going to swap this out in the near future. I need to get a +1 maximum endurance charge on this ring, but I just had to do what I could at the time, and eventually I want to get a level 3 or potentially level 4 enlighten support. That way I can put all of my gems into this chest piece, and I feel like that would really increase my damage. I'm 3 off of max percent on the Herald buff effect. That could also get improved, especially with the energy shield. We rolled pretty high, but these are my gloves. Complete ass. Actually, oh yeah, the end suffix. That's the issue that I'm running into, is that suffixes are important for me as well. This quiver was kind of expensive, actually. But the projectile speed is super important. That's how I'm getting all of my projectile speed. For this, where's my projectile speed? I wish it showed the increased projectile speed, but it doesn't look like it does. Congratulations, Need for Speed. I would like to get this to 3. If I could do 3 casts per second, I feel like this would feel a lot better, and the DPS would go up tremendously. But that's all going to have to come to jewel sockets, and I need 2 more. I don't understand what level his build's at, because I don't feel like I'm missing anything. Like, obviously this spiritual aid is a passive point, but he also has this and this taken. The frenzy charges are nice, because when I'm at max frenzy charges, let me double check here. Right, because frenzy charges, is it only no, it is cast speed. So when I'm at max, I'm at 12, but if I got an additional one, I could be a +16, which would put me closer to the 3 casts per second. Overall, the build feels pretty decent to map with. Just in order for me to be able to push harder content that I want to do, I'm going to have to invest way more into the actual build. But now I get to focus on my gear, which has been lacking quite a bit. Poverty League is Poverty League, and I don't feel like currency is as easy to get right now as it used to be in previous leagues. So that is where I am at. I hope you guys have enjoyed the video. If you did, please consider hitting the like button. It really helps. But yes, Juggernaut can spark, and we're going to make this happen. And if I can't, I'm going to switch over to SRS. So we'll see. I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.